Sinatra on the beat.
Amari quit. You got us, man. Stop. Listen, obviously we gonna have us a freestyle show today because I'm just watching Twitter. I'm seeing how some fans falling for it. Most not. Well, I ain't gonna say most not. I ain't gonna say most not falling for it, but that stuff not penetrating, man. Come on. Amari quit. Listen, and it's more than that. We can talk about whatever though. This is a freestyle show. I ain't gonna try to navigate what y'all want to talk about. All right, we ain't gonna do it like that. We go open up the phone lines. We go open up the chat, and we go talk about what y'all want to talk about. You know, obviously, the stuff that's kind of still lingering is Amari, but we not gonna dictate that. That's what we go talk about. We go talk about what y'all want to talk about. Y'all voice matters. So this obviously one of those shows to where we gonna be flexible. That's what freestyling it is, where you just kind of go off the top. You go off what's coming to you, what's inspired, what's real. So we also have the OC in the house, so we gonna be getting it in today. My boy Ready Red, I see you, big dog. Yeah, man, so this is a freestyle show, so y'all gotta come in and participate. I'm gonna open up those phone lines, and like every freestyle, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, or whenever we freestyle, and when I say free, I'm saying us, the Dallas Cowboy world, the Dallas Cowboy nation. Yeah, whenever we freestyle, you know, you just gotta let it go. Say what's on your mind. But y'all also gotta be willing to call in and talk. We gonna go back and forth. We not gonna hog the mic. So please, you don't hog the mic. But y'all come on in, man, because I see a lot of people got a lot to say. Keystone, you obviously gonna be the first call we gonna make, big dog, so we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's a lot earlier than what I said, big dog, but I had to do it like that. But you obviously up first. But after that, we gonna open it up to everybody else and just keep it moving. So y'all just kind of hang out as we set up the Millennial Falcon and get this plane flying smooth. Let's go.
Shout out Sean, man. Sinatra on the beat.
All right, welcome to BossCowboySports. Let me check on the OC, make sure he's in the house. He's fresh and center. Bing! Ooh! All right, so we got a freestyle Sunday, so it's on y'all. It's on y'all first. What's up, OC?
Man, what's the word, Boss Cowboy? How you doing, man? It's been a minute since we rocked together.
I know, bro. We've been soloing on these balls, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We got to get the people what they want, though. Give them what they need, man.
Yeah, we got to give them that 8-ball and MJG, bro. You know how that go.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, some things are good solo, some things are better done as a duo. You know what I mean? Shit, straight up.
Yep.
So, first, what's your thoughts on anything? I know, what's your first thoughts on the draft? We're not going to start with the obvious stuff, Amari. What's your thoughts on the draft? Any changes? Yeah,
man. This draft is intriguing, man. I mean, first of all, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I mean, Jordan Davis, man, to me, just jumps off the page. You know, 4'8", 40, 348 pounds, 10'2" broad jump, 32-inch vert. This man is big and explosive, man. This dude is an earth eater. He's more than an earth eater, man. And so those receivers are fastballs, Cowboy, and it's strengthening the erroneous argument. I know you don't want to talk about Amari, but my mind and my heart goes there. You know,
Let's go.
my mind and my heart goes there. That hey, look, man, it strengthens the erroneous argument of them trying to cut Amari Cooper because we got a bunch of guys that ran underneath 4.35.
Right,
and
yeah.
it strengthens the argument of cheap labor. It strengthens the argument of saving money. It strengthens the argument of receiver by inexperienced and unqualified committee. I want to put that disclaimer there.
Whoa.
Inexperienced and unqualified committee.
Dang. Ooh, you went right there. Hey, let's first let me call Keystone. Let me get Keystone in here, man, since we're talking about this draft. But on your point, it was no coincidence that after those 40s was the next day, the very next day, that's when they leaked out we looking to trade Amari if we can't, or we gonna let him go if we can't trade him. And see, this is the thing. You obviously not really seriously trying to trade him. These are not actions of people that's serious about trade. When you're serious about trading, you're silent.
Right.
And you don't leak out that he quit if you're trying to increase his value. So this is more about y'all saving face and trying to brace us for the impact of what you already want to do. This also don't mean that they might do it. They still might just a long shot keep Amari, but I think they feeling us out. I think they feeling out the backlash and the backlash potential. And this is gonna show if we loud about no, absolutely not, it's gonna make it harder for them to do it. But I think this is a test. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
Yeah, man, this is definitely testing the temperature, man. It's one or two things. It's testing the temperature, man. It's like dropping a piece of flour in some grease before you fry some hot chicken, some fried chicken, and you think about like, okay, if this thing bubble up, it's hot and it's ready to go. If this thing is just drops to the bottom, okay, this grease ain't hot. So it's definitely testing the temperature of the public if we are ready to cook Amari Cooper. And what you're seeing is you see the masses outside of Cowboy Nation and then inside of Cowboy Nation saying, no, no, no. This is wrong. This doesn't make any sense. You're being stupid. You're being unreasonable. All those things. So we are speaking out. But then this could also be the other side of it, okay? Number two, this could be signs before your girlfriend leaves you. You know what I'm saying? This is like signs before. This is signs before a breakup, man. This is a person that used to return your calls. They don't return your calls. This is a person that wants to hang out. All of a sudden, they don't want to hang out. This is a person that, you know, you had access to them almost anytime you wanted. All of a sudden, access is limited. So they're slowly creating distance. So this could be the other side of it. They're going to do it anyway. They're just trying to create some distance. So that's why I say it's two sides to this, Boss Cowboy. That's my opinion.
All right, give me 1 second, man, to get Keystone in here. But yeah, it's definitely two sides to this. But sadly, OC, some of the fans are real life falling for it, big dog. It's a lot too. Like, it would seem like this is, you know, common sense, but it's not, you know. And everybody not gonna agree on this, and that's fine. But the people that's actually believing the narrative that he quit and stuff like that. Let me see if I can pull up that article real quick. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, man. And while you're doing that, man, I'm gonna say this, man. Hey, Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel and watching the content we dropped lately. If you haven't checked out the videos that we just recently dropped about Amari Cooper and also Michael Gallup's contract, please go ahead and go to the channel and check those out. And speaking to Boss Cowboy's point, it was a lot of people that disagreed, not a lot, but some that disagreed with my sentiment of the value of Amari Cooper. And that's fine because your voice matters on this channel. We appreciate your opinions. But I definitely would ask some people, if you disagree, please give me an explanation on why you disagree. Because several people disagreed and said, hey, you know, Amari Cooper's the problem. Amari Cooper's inconsistent, right? And my question to that is why? Why is he inconsistent? Why do you feel like he's the problem? Why do you feel like he's underperforming? Is it because he's not getting open? Because what's the metrics, Boss Cowboy, in which we can evaluate a receiver? Are you open? Do you drop balls? Do you accelerate toward the end zone? What are the metrics, right? Because we also got to talk about, and you know where I'm going, Boss Cowboy, targets, and plays that are made for you. If you are the number one, we're going to make plays for you. If you are a real number one, we're going to make some plays for you. And are you taking advantage of those opportunities? And I don't know, guys. My opinion is pretty strong on this. And you can talk me off the ledge. Any of you guys in the chat, that's cool. But the over-under, in my opinion, you have not made enough plays for this man. You have not given him adequate opportunities to actually demonstrate being a number one. That's it.
Yeah, it's really that simple. But a lot of fans, OC, they not as tuned in as you are, and as people that follow this channel are, right? So they take advantage of people that are busy Cowboy fans living their life. So they take advantage of people that's gonna look at it on the surface. So if you look at the surface production, you're gonna say, oh, he didn't do his part. You know what I mean? And they take advantage of those types. So people like me and you and the people that's actually listening in, they do their own research. They compare the targets and they look at the systems and they listen to all the Hall of Famers and they see exactly what real people are saying. You know? So it's and see what they trying to do. They trying to, I'm gonna tell you what they doing. They trying to repeat the narrative that the Raiders used when they got rid of him. That's what they trying to do. They trying to re-stir up that talking point that the Raiders used when they was dumb. You see what I'm saying?
You got to elaborate. That's good. That's good.
All right. So what they doing is they trying to put in the public he was disinterested. It was his fault versus Philly that when we had Noah Brown in the game and he was on the sideline, he should have been more vocal. Like T.O., he was disinterested. See, Dez would have been more vocal. Why did you let Witten go out there and be the receiver? It was your fault that we put you on the bench at critical times. Because you're not vocal. You're not interested. You don't play through. You a quitter. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Was that, bro?
Well, that's you might not see. You might not have known this, or see, you might. But yeah, Fish put this out. He said Dick Coop quit, and he did a whole breakdown. Yeah. He did a whole breakdown, my dog, on plays versus San Fran that allegedly rubbed front office wrong. Well, you already know I looked at those plays. Bruh, they was talking about 2-minute drill where those receivers was catching the ball and going to the sideline. And they was saying Amari should have been... I'm serious, dog. I'm serious. Bro,
I've heard it all.
Bro, please go check it out, bro. Go check it out.
I am.
Please go check it out. And it's like, so he played through all that pain, OC, right? He hamstring issues. West Coast showed a picture of blood coming out his ankle, and he played through it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now he doesn't care. Is he interested? We're seeing the same thing the Raiders saw. Yeah, okay.
What about the game winner versus Minnesota? What about that?
Yeah.
What about the game-winning touchdown on a tore-up hamstring and ankle? He played the whole game on that thing and played well in Minnesota. What about that?
Yeah. See, those are facts that they try. Bro.
I think I heard it all, man. This is something else, man. I don't even have a word for it right now. This is
bro, literally with Amari, they was talking about blocking. Cause you know you can't say nothing about them routes. See, cause they know you better say something stupid like his blocking. Because you know if you said his routes took a downturn, they already knew the podcast community was gonna piss on that. We was gonna go right to the film and dunk on it. So let's leak some stuff out here about effort with blocks. But see, this is the sad part. We supposed to be freestyling with the fans, man. You hogging like a mug, but I'm gonna just say this.
Yeah.
This is the sad part. I forgot my point. I started thinking about the fans. I forgot my point. All right, let me call Keystone real quick, and then we'll. All right, hold on real quick. All right. Cause I want to hear from the fans. I know they gonna be going crazy today. I can't wait to hear from the fans. This gonna be fun. Hold on. Said his call failed. Let me try again. And then if it don't work, I'm gonna have to give me a second. I'm gonna call him again.
That's cool.
Got to get the big homie. Let me try it this way. All right. I'm gonna just open Keystone. I don't know what's going on, man. I just tried to call you and it didn't go through, big dog. I don't know what's going on. But y'all can call in. So we gonna be chopping it up and talking about, I guess, the latest stuff with the Dallas Cowboys on a Freestyle Sunday. And also to the OC's point, yeah, y'all definitely need to go check out his recent videos, man. They fire, man. They doing real good. His Michael Gallup's new contract with the Dallas Cowboys and what you think could happen, which we could also talk about that too, because Mike Fish also came out with some stuff that they trying to do about that. Oh, we got a call. Here we go. Okay, hold on. Call back. But Mike Fisher got some stuff about that, so we can cover that as well. Let me try it. I think that was Keystone. I don't know. The phones might be tripping. I got to back up, y'all. Y'all give me 1 second. But going back to what I was saying, that Michael Gallup's new contract, the OC talks about that, and he also got a breakdown on Amari. These are short videos that get to the point. All right. But here we go. I think that's Keystone. Oh, man. Okay, I don't know why his number not working. I have no idea. But it looked like he's trying to call in. Y'all be patient. Give us 1 second. I'm trying to get Keystone in here. And I'm trying to get y'all in here too. We got the phones open now. All right. But what's your thoughts on the proposal that
public enemy number one?
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear your audio through the
Okay, cool. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, cool. So my thoughts on the proposal about Michael Gallup, or what you talking about?
Yeah, the proposal on Michael Gallup that came from Mike Fisher, where he was saying it was going to be around $6 million, is what they trying to throw at Michael Gallup. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, they just super lowballing him, you know. And I heard 5 to 6 million. I mean, they're super lowballing him, even with a torn ACL with activity and the market rate for a receiver. That's why their priority is to resign him because they feel like they got. I think that the real starting point is around $10 million, based upon contracts that I've seen out in the market from similar players with similar productivity and similar ages. Right? I think that the starting point for a receiver of his caliber is going to be around. Now, if they get him done at 8, they did a great job. You know, if they get him done at 8, they did a great job. But the starting in terms of negotiating, but the starting number for him, the real number, is around 10 million. And you know, he probably won't reach up to 12 because he has the ACL, right? But I think 10 to 11 mil, or I would even range it more. And let's say 11 to 9 million. I think that he maybe falls in that range realistically. And I put that out on the video because of the fact that what you're going to try to do is that you're going to try to put the pressure on this dude that's going to be halfway limping around until the end of next year. Okay, halfway limping around because that ACL is not going to be all the way right. It's not going to be recovered. It's not going to be full tilt, right? And it's just a shame because what they're going to do to save a few dollars, they're going to rush this dude back from an ACL. And he's going to have to play his way into shape. And it's going to take him almost to the end of the season to probably start looking sharp, if not beyond. And that's what they're going to do. And they're going to shove some guaranteed money in his face. He's going to take it, and he should, by the way. No shade on him at all. I'm talking about how this situation is being approached, right? Not about Michael Gallup. So I feel like that it's not the best move, and you need to keep your receiving core together and try to get stronger. You don't offload weapons. You stack weapons. That's today's NFL. You don't offload weapons. You stack weapons, right? That's how you win. That's how you go for 6. That's how you destroy the division. And I'm not just talking about the NFC East. I'm talking about the NFC. You're not just competing against the NFC East. You're competing against the totality of the NFC, who is committed. The top teams, they're committed to adding more weapons. What are the Rams doing? They're trying to bring everybody back. All right? That's what they're doing. What is Green Bay doing? They're going to draft well, re-sign Devontae. They're not trying to get rid of these. They're trying to re-sign a dude. Come on. So that's the philosophy, Boss Cowboy, that you should have if you're really trying to win football games. That's my opinion.
No, no doubt. And I say this. Now, my next question, because you talked about the financial ends of it. Also, you talked about the play. I'm going to talk about the play as well. Because from a cap perspective, if they get Gallup for $6 million, that's good. Take it all day, right? Take it all day. But this is the problem. If anybody believe that he gonna be ready by August, like the report said, you are a fool. And I'm telling you straight up, you can't trust this front office on stuff like that. You can't. Remember, this is the same front office that sold receiver by committee the first time and actually coined it Dak friendly. It was nothing more unfriendly to Dak than all those number 3 receivers that they packaged and said this is gonna work. So it's that old saying, fool me once, shame on you. You was wrong for that. But if you fool me twice, shame on me. And so I'm not believing, even at $6 million, that it makes sense in 2022. It might make sense for 2023, but in 2022, it makes no sense to get rid of Cooper for a guy coming off ACL surgery. And how can you predict how Michael Gallup is going to go through his rehab? And he just had surgery. How can you say from fresh surgery, we expect him to be back by August? Did that work for Neville Gallimore? Did that work for Tristan Hill, who had ACL surgery mid-season? We didn't see him till close to the end of the season. But people they drinking that Kool-Aid so much that they like, give me Gallup, give me CD, give me Wilson all day. Oh, that's fine. You can take them, but don't give me no receiver with a fat knee brace and sell that to me that's getting ready to be Cooper.
And here's the deal, man. And this is what most people don't understand. So this is why you need to follow Boss Cowboy Sports. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow Boss Cowboy Sports on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can follow me at OC100 on Twitter. People don't understand, Boss Cowboy, what's the actual time frame for ACL recovery, okay? Because I'm going to give it to y'all so y'all can't be lied to, okay? The average ACL recovery is 6 to 12 months or more with physical rehabilitation.
Right.
You see that range? You see how big the range is?
Yeah.
It's 6 to 12 months or more with physical rehabilitation. Okay, put it like this. Let me just break this. Let me keep it a buck with you. Let me just break it all the way down to you. You shouldn't even try to jog until 3 months after you had an ACL surgery. You shouldn't even be jogging. 10 to 12 weeks is what they say. You shouldn't even try to be jogging. Now, this is average, ordinary people. And I know that Michael Gallup is not an average, ordinary person, premier, world-class athlete. But I'm saying he's going up against premier, world-class athletes. And so he's being asked and going to be asked to do something that average people don't have to do. We don't have to sprint cut like him. We don't have to jump off one leg and high point footballs. We don't have to stop and jump back and cut and accelerate. We don't have to do none of that. We don't got to break tackles, fall down with our knees back, touching our backs. We don't have to do that. This is like normal civilian protocol, and that's why it's almost supernaturalish. And anything can happen. I wish him a speedy recovery, okay? I'm not wishing anything bad. I'm simply saying that realistically, the time frames of recovery, he just had surgery. So this is what? A March, Boss Cowboy? When did he have surgery? When is it? In February?
Yeah, and he got injured in January.
Okay, so he had surgery. He has surgery, not to cut you off. He has surgery in February, okay?
Right.
February. So March, April, end of May. End of May is when he may be able to do a brisk jog. That's just going straight ahead, or a brisk walk. Okay?
Right.
That's June, guys. That's a month before training camp. So there is no way he's going to be physically full go, ready to play by the beginning of August and be effective. No way.
Right.
Please stop that. I just want to kill that line. That's all.
Hey, bro, did you kill it? Now listen, this is the funny thing. Because this is what's obvious to me. It's not obvious to everybody else, but it's obvious to me that what they did is they took the best case scenario and they sold it as if it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh, so 6 months to a year? Let's give them the 6 month projection. He'll be ready by August.
April, May, June, July, August. They did. The shortest possible recovery. And you're an NFL receiver. The shortest possible recovery.
Yeah. And the position to where you depended on your knees with cuts and running and routes and all the awkward bends that happen with the body language of a receiver. Oh, he's going to be fully back. Write this day down. In the shortest possible time. All right. Write this day down, everybody. March 6, 2022. Write it down.
Yoga fire.
By August, they going to start leaking out. Michael Gallup is not quite ready yet. Watch. Watch. Now, remember, March 6th is where we said it. I'm telling you, watch. It's going to be around August. They go, Gallup is going to take a little bit. But it was after they did all the damage. And they go roll. Okay. It was one thing that I saw in the comment. Now, let me try to talk. I'm gonna say I got a backup line. I'm gonna try to start Keystone in another phone. Give me a second. All right, here we go. I got another way to get him in. Here we go. Y'all be patient. All right, here we go. Can y'all hear that phone ringing? You hear that, OC?
Mhm.
Keystone.
Hey, what's going on, fam?
What's going on, man? Hey,
Man,
I don't think they can hear you.
Shout out
I'm
Sean,
watching the
man.
soundboard. I don't look too good.
Sinatra on the beat.
So let me try to call you another way, big dog. This one ain't gonna work. Okay?
I got you.
All right. Yeah, let me get rid of this. It messed up our sound. Yo. Hey, y'all let me know how the sound is. The sound, I think that phone system messed up my sound settings. Y'all let me know. OC, can you
Shout
hear
out
me
Sean,
okay?
man. Sinatra on the beat.
OC.
Yeah, you sound in a distance. I can't hear you well.
Yeah, man. Once I use that phone system, listen, I'm telling y'all, man.
You got to cut your volume way up.
Yeah. And that might not be happening. As soon as I use that freaking phone. Y'all give me 1 second. Go ahead, OC, while I work on this.
Yeah, man. So listen, man. I mean, hey, here's the thing, guys, about this whole conundrum in terms of receiver by committee. And I put this in a video if you guys want to get some more insight about it. The positive thing about this, and I'm gonna flip it to a positive, is this: the Cowboys don't like to pay free agent wide receivers. So how the Cowboys go really try to acquire people is by re-signing their people and also by acquiring talent in the draft. Okay. And so there are some guys that, man, I like in a draft. Calvin Austin, the third out of Memphis, right? Tony Pollard came out of Memphis. So look, they have some ties to the school there. He was more, two guy, very explosive, ran, very well. But also, if you go back and you look at Calvin Austin's tape, how they used Calvin Austin in their offense was really similar to the way that the Kansas City Chiefs use Tyreek Hill. So I think the Cowboys definitely could benefit from a piece like that if you want to draft him, put this guy in the slot, right? Let him get mismatches on second, third, and fourth defense backs. Use him on reverses. Use him on screen because he's explosive. I can go.
Yeah. Man, my sound. God dog. I hate bad sound. Well, you might have to cut the stream, big dog.
Hey, man, we'll come back at him.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna also be positive too, because there is a major difference between receiver by committee 1 and receiver by committee 2. The receiver by committee 1 was a bunch of number 3s. This receiver by committee is still an upgrade because it's at least number 2s. So to say that we've seen this before is actually not true. We have never seen them try it with number 2s. We saw them try it with number 3s. All of us would say Gallup was at least a number 2. All of us would say CD Lamb was a number 2, and he's on the cusp of potentially being a number 1. So this is not the same thing. And it could have some good results. The problem is, and this is the problem, it's much easier to replace number 2s than it is to replace a number 1. So if you're talking about all these draft picks that ran the 4 3s, where would you want them to come in? Would you want them to come in potentially and have the pressure of being a number 1? Or would you rather have Cooper empty out the room and have them with the pressure of being a number 2?
No, they're going to be a number 3 because how it's set up if they cut Amari Cooper
I was saying basically what they saying now is they want to go with the number 2s, right? So that's Gallup.
No doubt.
That's Gallup, that's Lamb, and that's Cedric Wilson, who's more so a number 3, right? So it's 2 2s and a 3, right? But if you went with Cooper, and I say go with Cooper and empty out the room, right? Maintain your number 1 guy, but then replace the number 2 guys with the draft candidates. That's a better plan Because first of all, that's gonna be cheap. See, because they talking about money. Watch when they pay all three, it's gonna come out the same or more than you keeping Cooper.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I agree with you on that sentiment. What I was only communicating was that any of these guys they drafted will come into the Dallas Cowboys being a number 3, right? Because the strategy and the plan behind cutting Amari was to make who the number 1? CeeDee Lamb. To the contradiction of all the we take was, which I really hated, is you forced the ball to CeeDee Lamb in certain situations until you couldn't because of his play later in the season, right? And he got some flag because he wasn't playing quite as well. He wasn't quite as sharp. But you really wanted to force feed him and make him the number 1 because, to your point, boy, he was the cheap draft pick at this time. He still is, at least for this year, right? So you want to make him the new 88. You want to make him your new number 1. You want to have that Michael Gallup, with a leg and a half right now. I mean, man, God bless him, be your number 2 receiver. You want to say, oh, Cedric Wilson showed out. Okay, great. Let's make Cedric Wilson our number 3 receiver, right? And the thing about number 3 receivers, and this is what people don't get, and I know you can attest to this, is that number 3 receivers can be inconsistent. And the thing is you need them to come through all ways in the clutch. And that's why number 3s are number 3s, because they are inconsistent. And so whoever you draft, you throw into that goulash. And if CeeDee Lamb is not ready to take on the mantle of beating double teams and being almost as good of a route runner as a Amari Cooper, then if he can't get open, Gallup is injured, your number 3 is inconsistent, you got a rookie. What do? Oh, you re-sign Schultz now because we can always go to the check down, right? So what are we doing here? How are we more explosive, a better offense? And that's the question I have.
Right. You're not more explosive. You're not. You're not at all more explosive. So check this. I'm going to show you my Twitter real quick. All right. And I'm going to show y'all the problem with this narrative. All right, because it's working. We think it ain't working. So this guy I've been debating, right? And he said, if you don't like Lamb, or you don't think Lamb will ever be able to make the leap to a number 1, I'm sure hope you didn't. I don't know what he's saying. Then drafted him. Then I think he said, he just mistyped it. It's cool. He said also a weird thing to say when Lamb literally just outproduced Cooper this year. See, they fall for it. See, I told you, it's good old fans like him who mean well, who look at the surface numbers. He don't have no idea about the targets, bless his heart. Poor Corey. He have no idea that CeeDee Lamb got way more targets than Cooper. So he just looked at production, and that's what Jerry and them wanted. They want fans like him. They want busy fans. They don't want educated fans. They want busy fans. They want fans that they see the surface. Oh, he outproduced him with no context, with no, So it's just one of those things to where that's why your voice matters, and that's why you also got to be an educated fan. You can't be no dummy, because if you're a dummy, or if you just too busy to pay attention to certain details, they go get over on you. They will use your ignorance against you.
Facts. Big facts, man. Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, man, hey, man, if you follow our channel, and look, we have a lot of new subs, Boss Cowboys, so we also got to be considerate of that. Back and watch some of our videos early in the season and look for the titles, Amari Cooper. Look for a CeeDee Lamb. Look for some of the final word titles, because we're breaking down some of the stuff that we're rehashing now, and we just want you guys to get caught up, because we broke down early in the season, way early in the season, that, hey, man, Amari Cooper's not getting the appropriate amount of targets. The Cowboys offense is different when he gets targeted. So you can go back and look at the games, and you can see Amari Cooper's targets versus when he's targeted less than 10 times, and then look at the games and look at the difference in this. Look at it. When he's targeted 10 or more times versus when he's targeted 10 or less times. Look at the game results. In most of the games that we lost, he was not targeted very much at all. The games where we blew out people and we were very explosive offensively, and I would juxtapose this to the run game as well, and I would also throw in starting Terrence Steele at right tackle. I'm gonna throw that in there too. Targeting Amari Cooper, starting Steele at right tackle.
No,
we played really well offensively.
No, that's absolutely a great one. No, that's a great one that you brought up. Like, so this is one thing, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say. My sound's so bad, we gotta cut the stream, bro. We got to. I'm so sorry, everybody.
It's all good.
But this is the deal. This is just a situation, man, to where this is actually go backfire on the Joneses if this don't go well. They making a big gamble with this one. And like, to bet on a guy with an ACL surgery, and then you are sullying, and you are what my boy Law say, sullying and degrading Cooper, who gave you a discount. Yeah, this is just real bad business. And it's one of those things. I'm gonna say this. This is the thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna repeat this tomorrow because I'm gonna do a video on this. The Dallas Cowboys would not have won the Super Bowl if they were the Rams. I repeat, they would have lost even if they made it. I'm certain. Why? Because Stephen Jones said himself, y'all hear me out. Stephen Jones said himself, why they asked him, why was Amari not targeted? He said, our system. So if we see a double over here, the ball goes over there. So how did the Rams win? When they throwing in the doubles, they didn't care that Cooper Kupp was doubled. So the system that Steven is selling us and Kelly Moore is selling us is a losing system. It's not gonna work. It's what the OC said perfectly. Our offense is being dictated by the defense, and it won't work. And it's simple to take out your best players. That's how dumb the system is. It's dumb. It's real dumb. It's dumb. So in our system, all you got to do if you want to take away Cooper or Lamb, for all you Lamb lovers, or Gallup, for all you Gallup lovers, all you people that think this is about a player, this is a dumb system. All they got to do is show a double on the most important threat, and this dumb system will go away from them. You will not win a Super Bowl with that system, which goes to Geechee's point. We will only win a Super Bowl on this defense. So looking at this receiver by committee, I'm going to say this. My whole offseason strategy has changed. I'm not looking for offense to bail us out. If we don't invest into that defense, we are fool's gold 3.0.
Man. Well, back to my previous point. Hey, man, I hope the Cowboys look to move up and to get Jordan Davis, man. He's one of my favorite guys. He's a guy I think that will really help solidify the interior of that defense. Man, get that, man. Move up. If you committed to your saving money, then spend money on one side. You can't save on everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People spend their money different. You know, like there's old Instagram memes, right, that says, hey, you know, people – that are rich, man, they look poor. And people that are poor, people that are poor are rich, and people that look rich, sometimes they're poor, right? So people have fancy cars and have no money to bank, or people have, a cheap car and have a lot of money to bank, right? So you spend your money on something in life, You just choose what you spend your money on. So my admonition would be this. Hey, okay, great. Forget it. I give in. I give. I'm tired. Okay, you want to do your receiver by committee? I give. Forget it.
I give.
Okay, forget it. Okay, but at least do this.
At least.
Try to make that defense top 5 because you got Micah Parsons. You got some tools.
Right.
Draft some killers. Get a great linebacker. Get a good defensive tackle. Draft a safety. And let's go. If that's what you want to do, let's go. Let's do it that way. That's what I'm gonna say. That's my plan B.
Bro, yeah, and see, and I'm seeing a lot of people. We need to get a guard. We need to get a receiver at 24.
Forget it. It don't matter. For all intents and purposes, they may re-sign Connor Williams. They may save money. They can get Gallup at a discount. They may re-sign Connor Williams, dude. They may mess around and re-sign that boy. We don't know what these boys are going to do on that side. We don't know. Invest in that defense. Hey, I pray, Dan Quinn, go in the war room. Talk to your scouts. Talk to McCarthy. Talk to your boy. Put your manhood on the table and do what you did this last year's draft. Go get what you want. Get what you want. Give me the best players. I need this. I need that. Make a big bunch of noise. I hope Dan Quinn does the same thing he did last year. That's what I hope now. That's what I hope. So you can get this as strong as you can, and then when we get in tight games, we know ain't gonna be the score. So then, hey, the defense can stop it because we know when we play against good teams, our offense may go away.
Right, and based on the pass, if we judge them by the pass, they will go away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this is the thing I hate about this offense now. This offense is perfectly set up to deceive the average fan. Because it's going to look good on Philly. Ooh, that receiver by committee going to be like, versus the Commanders and the Little Giants, right? But then when you run up on like what you was talking about and you was warning about, big dog, you was warning us about a worthy opponent, that we needed a signature win. You was telling us for months. That's what they OC was. Yoga. He was saying, I'm waiting on a signature win, big dog. My boy was saying that for about 6 to 7 months. And your boy, Boss Cowboy, wasn't listening enough. You was right, dog. You was right. That signature win. And it's the signature wins that receiver by committee is risking. But I could go out there on this, bro.
Hey, man, I'm not gonna even. Look, I'm gonna say it just like this. I'm gonna break it down, shake it down in plain Earth English that everybody can understand. And I don't mean any offense to anybody when I say what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna go ahead and say, trust in the Cowboys offense as it is right now, as it's being ran right now, going into this season, it's like marrying an active adult entertainment woman. Okay, it looks good, beautiful, enjoyable in some spots, but you can't trust his character. That's what it is. You can't trust his character. So if you get down on your luck, if you're in a tight spot, you know she gonna go make some money, and you know how she gonna do it, and that's what it is. That's what it is. So understand what you're getting into. Understand what you're putting your faith into, man. And that's where we are right now, unfortunately. Yeah. I digress. I'm sorry. I probably should have said that. I'm sorry. Forgive me if I offended anybody.
Listen, man. If you offended a horse, he's sorry. He apologizes. If you are of the business of, you know what I'm talking about. If you're in that business, he apologizes for using you as an example. I got a different example though. I always use the smell. You know what I mean? The smell on a beautiful woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just it's where it just takes away. That's how I see this system. Where it looks good. It looks good on the surface, but when it's time to get down, like Micah Irvin said, when it come down to the nitty gritty, where it's finna be a dog fight, when it's finna be a knockout drag out, where it's Deion Sanders versus the playmaker. And see, this is what's frustrating. How in the world do the Joneses bet on committee after watching the whole playoffs this year. The committee
Okay.
teams got bounced. The committee teams got bounced. The teams that went to their stars won it
Okay.
all.
Okay, to your point, and I'm sorry, it just keeps pouring into my soul, and it's already there. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Let me ask this question. One of our NFC rivals, who did they almost win the game to because they kept going to? The Green Bay Packers. Who did they keep throwing the ball to? Devontae Adams.
Adams, yeah.
They kept throwing the ball to him.
Right.
Here's the thing, man. Everybody got a tool, everybody got a gift, everybody got a weapon in life, right? Everybody in this earth has something to offer, right? And if you're gonna lose, okay, don't lose using the thing that you're weak at. Go down swinging, doing the stuff that you're strongest at. And it's common sense. And that's what the good football teams do. They go, hey, if you're going to beat us, guess what? Okay, you beat us, but I'm going to my best players. I'm going to my number one. I don't care what you do. I'm going to him. So if you beat us, it's because you beat us. But I am going to the thing that we do the best to our best person.
Yeah. So listen, man, I apologize about the stream. I fully intended to have a call-in show. It got buggy. I don't know what happened. I turned on the phone and my mic went bad. It's some I don't know what's going on, but we go get this fixed. Y'all definitely be patient with us. We got 2 phone systems. I might need 3. But anyway, man, this is Boss Cowboy Sports, man, where your voice matter. You got any final words, big dog?
No, man, listen, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the content. Follow Boss Cowboy Sports on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, turn on all notifications, okay? So on YouTube, turn on all notifications because it'll help you to get all the notifications versus just some. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Follow me, the OC100, on Twitter. Also, you can support us by throwing some money into the CashApp, okay? $ Boss Cowboy Sports. We appreciate all the support. It helps us to produce more content and do better shows for you guys. So until next time, guys.
Now, hold on. Before we leave, I just got something. I want to address this. He said, you guys are wrong about this. His name is Will Nico. So the next time we have a call-in show, give me your number. I'm going to call you, and we'll talk about it. All of us, we'll talk about it. So don't just put stuff like y'all wrong about this. We want to know.
Tell us why.
We want to know why you think we wrong about this. Because some people, they really don't like the content like this because they want to just believe pie in the sky. They just want to always hope. And that's fine to hope, but some people got to give you the reality of the fight. Some people got to give you the reality of what you're really dealing with. Now, some people, they just want, hey, we going to the Super Bowl. Oh, we just drafted these guys. Everything is going to be fine. We back at it. Sure. You can believe that. That's fine. Oh. All right, see. All right, here we go. See, this would be a fun one. You wouldn't want to call in with this type of stuff, big dog. Check this out, OC. He said, Coop, not a team player. And then he said, oops, not a team player. Watch the film. Okay. You telling us to watch the film, big dog? Bro, we do major film breakdowns on this show, big dog. So,
And he must be new to the channel. Are you new to the channel?
He gotta be new. That's okay though. And I
He new
want
to
to
the
you up.
channel.
Yeah, you just new to the
Yeah,
channel.
he new to the channel.
That's cool. And see this, but with your voice matter though, the OC done slowed me down. I used to go crazy on stuff like this. I used to be ready to dunk bars, but the OC done calmed me down. I'm calmer now. I would sincerely, Mr. Nico, want you to call in and lay out your case. And we go take it point by point on if Cooper is a team player or not. And then look, obviously, look at this, of course, no. See, because they don't want to, see, you want to make opinions, but you don't want to get on the mic. You see what I'm saying? That's why we call this Freestyles Sunday. See, you want to talk about rappers, but you don't want to grab the mic. So if you want to be a Jerry Jones kiss ass, go for it, big dog. Oh, God forgive me, I ain't mean to curse. If you know what I'm saying, if you want to just suck up to front office and just what they said it, Mike Fisher said it, it's what it is. Okay, sure. Now we don't rock like that over here, big dog. This is an independent channel. You know what I'm saying? Where we go tell the truth and we don't owe nobody.
Yeah, and it's cool, man. I mean, look, if you disagree, that's fine. My only contention is, man, hey, have a valid reason why you disagree, right? And really authenticate your own research because, and we've done a lot of research for you. If you go and look, we've done some shows early in the season in Boss Cowboy. I forget what video that is, but I want to point him to a video that you actually broke down Amari Cooper's routes. And we showed Amari Cooper how often he gets open. We showed him open like on pretty much every route that he ran.
Right.
We did a film session on that. So I would encourage you, man, just to go through the channel. Hey, brother, check it out. If you disagree, that's all good, man. But the team player, you're not close enough to the Cowboys to know if he's a team player now, right? That just would be hearsay, right? We will be closer to the action through contacts that we have. No offense to you, right? To be able to validate a point like that, right? So that's hearsay, right? We want to stick to the facts, man, and see if he's a great player for the team, which if you look at the film and you look at his productivity versus other receivers that have got the similar amount of targets, Amari Cooper has called for as much or more yards of any receiver that has received the similar amount of targets that he received, which puts him on par with a highly productive NFL receiver, regardless of what me or you think. Regardless of what me and you think, the numbers say that. All you got to do is just pull it up, receptions and yards. You can Google that. That's easy.
He said he never miss our shows. He just don't agree. That's cool, bro. You ain't got to agree.
Oh, that's cool, bro.
That's cool. We cool with that, too. That's cool. That's cool. We got no problem with that, bro. We ain't trying to force people to think like us. We just go be very passionate on our side of how we believe. And we cool with people disagreeing. That's fine, bro. We ain't no bullies up here because we got the mic, you don't. And that's, you know. But he said he'll call in. He said he'll call in. I'm gonna want to talk to you, bro. And listen, and Miss Charles said I need to learn to ignore people. Some people you don't ignore because you gotta take on people like this. If you don't take on people like this, you can't defeat their narrative. You can't ignore this type of narrative. You gotta take that narrative dead on.
But I'm a side with Miss Charles. Thank you, Miss Charles, because you know those got a lot of love for you. I'm a side with Miss Charles a little bit. See, you got to understand something about the host, Boss Cowboy. You got to understand where he's from, and you also got to understand the mentality of what he's done. And I know him personally. A lot of you guys don't. So Boss Cowboy is a fighter, man. he's a die on his sword, Braveheart type of person, right? So if he sees something that he doesn't agree with, he's go attack it, and you're gonna have to really prove him wrong. All right, that's just how it is, and that's just how it is. I'm just telling y'all because I know Boss Cowboy, so don't be offended by Boss Cowboy. His spirit is good, but it's just, hey man, we want, and that's why we always want to understand why you say what you say, because we always try to explain why we say what we say. Right. Because you know what I mean. But look, some comments, you're right, Miss Charles. We go ignore them. I see some of these comments. I don't talk about half of them, man. I see it, man. I just keep talking. You know. So you know, but it's all good, man. Your voice matters. We appreciate the support. All you guys watching the channel, whether you agree or disagree with us, that's okay. But if you want to talk about it, we will love to talk about it. If not, that's cool too. You can just say, hey, I don't agree. That's all good. It's cool.
Yeah, because I definitely want to take on those narratives. I want to take it head up, like toe to toe, nose to nose, put your dukes up, let's go. So if you're going to say this man not a team player, let's break that down. Let's not just say stuff like that. Let's break that down. I don't want to hear about a game either. We talking about a body of work. We got a whole lot of body of work now to know exactly what Cooper is, and it's not what they saying he is. It's not. So, yeah, man, that's Boss Cowboy Sports, man, where y'all voice matter. I definitely will be doing a breakdown that I've never done on Cooper, and it's not even just the film. It's something that a lot of people don't know, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, and I'm being all the way honest. The Cowboys has actually never abandoned receiver by committee. even when they acquired Cooper. But this is what happened, and I wish my mic was better, because what I'm getting ready to say is important. The difference is we was receiver by the committee with a number one. The old receiver by committee was without a number one. We're going back to receiver by committee without a number one as of today. But if Lamb can actually really become the true number one threat, our offense still gonna be real good. But it's up to Lamb. That's really the key hinge on this vision. He's the key hinge. Will he turn the corner completely, or will he be what he was year 1, year 2, which is very good, but not a number one? He's number 2-ish, trying to get into number 1-ish.
Yeah, and you're right, man. That's such a beautiful point. I mean, Lamb, for this to work, Lamb would have to be consistent, bro. Very consistent and elite all the time. Every game.
Yeah.
For it to work, you know?
Yeah.
For it to work, you know?
And I can't wait to prove that, because a lot of people don't know that. Because we keep talking about number ones, number twos. Listen, Stephen Jones has been committed to this receiver by committee way back even to the Dez days. So, and he is trying to make that cheap vision work. We're going to break that down. But, man, this Boss Cowboy Sports with y'all voice matter, man. Thank y'all for coming in to Freestyle Sunday. We go get the technical stuff fixed where we going to be able to take y'all calls, because y'all definitely make the show better when we can take y'all calls. But in the meantime, y'all stay up. Peace.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Boss Cowboy Sports.